the 11:15 are going to love you. All right. So Ryan, I got a few questions. We know your church is called Imago Dei, which is Latin for image of God. And so your church is going to be a Christian evangelical Bible teaching church, because that's your heart and all of that. And so why don't you just begin by telling us, who are you and why are you here?
Yeah. Well, first of all, on the who am I, I thought about that question. And first and foremost, I want to say to you guys who are here today, first, I'm a redeemed rebel for Jesus. God got a hold of my life, transformed my heart about 15 years ago. Second, I'm a husband to a beautiful wife, Leslie. I'm a father to two beautiful kids, Sam and Riley. They're 6 years old, twins. And I'm a church planter, specifically called by God. Excited about that. So I was born in Little Rock, Arkansas. I was born in Dallas, Texas, I apologize, and grew up in Little Rock, Arkansas.
And you were at Fellowship Bible Church there.
I was.
Right? And God used a lot of that to give you, to work in you that passion and calling to plant a church. So you're here in Phoenix now, and every church, as you and I have talked, has a unique DNA. That's kind of a unique vision of what you're trying to do. We all share the same mission, which is Matthew 28 and Acts 1, but it plays out differently. And so why don't you share with us a little bit about what is the vision of your church, what's unique about Imago Dei?
Yeah, I would say our vision for Imago Dei is to establish a regional church that would then therefore go and plant more churches. So the excitement that we have is not to just start one church, but to really make an impact and make disciples. We believe that the most effective way for evangelism is just to plant more churches. So in the North Valley, we're hoping to establish a regional church that would therefore go and make more disciples and plant more churches. But specifically, uniquely about Imago Dei, I think part of my past experiences and what we've seen there at Fellowship Bible Church with Robert Lewis and Men's Fraternity is when there's a critical call for men to begin to reject passivity, accept responsibility, lead courageously, and invest eternally. We see that the marriages are stronger. We see that the homes they're better father figures. They're playing out a great godly influence in their workplaces. And then we have healthier churches. So specifically with Imago Dei, I'd say the men is a big, unique factor that a lot of churches, you guys are doing a fantastic job, but they forget that element of that calling of those men up to lead. And so I'd say the beautiful thing about Imago Dei that's unique among church planting is the gift of leadership that we've been given through you and through the Sandy Mason and some of the other churches, the Redemption and Sun Valley Community Church, of men that are coming around and saying, we believe in this and we're excited about this. And then the gift of men that we've received within our own pastoral leadership team. So we have 3 full-time pastors that are devoted to this church plant. And so in most church plants you get is there's generally one guy that goes out and he can fizzle. And the second thing on the uniqueness of Imago Dei, I would say, is not just the men, but our mission in the sense that we're small, in the sense that it's at all hands on deck right now. And so people that get involved, they're finding out that we need them. And we need people all hands on deck serving together. The size gives us, we're kind of like Cheers. Everybody knows our name.
Yeah.
And so
you're too young to remember that.
I remember Cheers.
You do Wikipedia or something on Cheers.
So, we don't sit around and drink beer all day. That's not what we do. But we're Cheers in the sense that it's a small environment where people know each other.
So how many people are Imago Dei right now?
Right now we have 20 committed core team members, and then we have another 10 in process of becoming members, and then we have another 15 that are coming in.
Right.
So right now we're hovering. We'll do an event. We could have 100 people there, but kind of the member family, we'd say the church family is about around 30.
Okay. And I know that part of your goal, because we've talked a lot about this, is that you want to reach at least a critical mass of 50 to 70 people in order to say, okay, we're ready to launch. Right now you're meeting as a Bible study in your home. You're doing a big event here in September where you're going to be meeting at a Presbyterian church. It's in our bulletin, and do 4 services.
That's right.
But you are looking for more people to not just pray, to not just financially support you guys as we're doing, but then also to say, hey, I might be interested in partnering with Imago Dei. And that's part of why you're here today.
Yeah, and it's just what we're saying to folks is, hey, would you consider being a part for 1 year from launch? Yeah. And even if it was people coming in and just saying, hey, I just want to help establish a new kingdom initiative in our city. And we see that as a great opportunity to play a significant role in winning people to Christ and establishing a new church in the valley.
And right now you're up at Happy Valley and I-17, that area.
That's right, yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal, guys, is that, we have about 5,000 regular attenders between our 5 services here at Scottsdale Bible. But we are praying and hoping that maybe 20 of you would feel a call to support Ryan for a year. To say, hey, I'd be willing to, maybe I come from there, I'd be willing to drive out there and just support this young man who has proven himself in ministry with my presence, my prayers, my service for at least a minimum of a year. That would just help him and his team get over the hump that they need to get started. And so we'd ask you to pray about that. If you're interested in that, Ryan's going to be at the table out here by the bookstore. We've given him our primo spot, so you can't miss him as you go out today. Also, he's going to be having a meet and greet event on August 28th out where they're going to be planting. And so, again, even if you're just interested, we encourage you to sign up and go to that. And so you can write on your bulletin if you want, just drop in the offering plate or hand it to an usher later. I'm interested in Imago Dei and Ryan Rice. Stop by the table, call the office. Many ways to show your interest, but we'd encourage you to do that. We're going to pray for you right now. And I don't know if Tim and Bill are here. We have 2 of our elders that have been very, very involved with Ryan. And I know they're going to try to show up to a few of our services. They're going to have to razz Tim Kimmel later and ask him why he didn't show up at the 8 o'clock service. But